Making a bread at home is so simple, and we can make any sort of bread in 5 simple steps. The first step is to prepare the dough. The second step is to let that dough sit and rise for the first proofing or the first rising. And the third step is to divide and shape the dough. And the fourth step is to let that divided dough sit and rest until they gain their shape before baking, which is the final proofing. And the final step is to bake the bread. And the taste of the bread differs according to different ingredients that we use to prepare the dough, and the shape of the bread differs according to how we shape the dough in the third step. And today, let's see how to make super soft no-knead dinner rolls. They are specially created to get a soft, tender texture, and the taste is too good with a pleasant sweetness and a delicious buttery smell. And it looks so amazing with a golden brown crust on top. And another special thing about this bread is that it requires no kneading, and so it is so easy to make it at home. To prepare the dough, first we need to activate the dry yeast and then mix together all the rest of the ingredients. Yeast always need a sweet and warm environment to bloom up. So here I have taken 140 milliliters of warm milk, into which I have added half a teaspoon of active dry yeast and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Stir them well and keep it aside for 5 to 6 minutes for the yeast to get activated. And now pour in this activated yeast mixture, into which I am adding 1 egg at room temperature and 50 grams of softened butter. And then we are going to add the dry ingredients, the flour and the salt. And now blend them together. And when making a bread, we don't need to be very precise on the measurements, but we have to keep in our mind that the final dough should be a sticky mass of dough. And now let's transfer this into another bowl which is already greased with butter and cover it with a plastic film. And now our dough is ready for the first proofing. And keep it aside in a warm environment for 1.5 to 2 hours or until the dough puff up and double in size. I usually keep it in the oven light. And now after 2 hours our dough has risen well, and transfer them into a lightly floured work surface. And now all we have to do is to gently degas the dough and divide them into equal portions. Now it's time for shaping the dough, and tuck in the edges and turn it towards the center and roll each piece of dough into smooth and round ball. And place these rolled balls onto a baking vessel which I have already greased with butter. And now our dough is ready for the second proofing. So wrap it with a plastic film and let them rest for 40 to 45 minutes until they gain their shape. After 45 minutes, they have risen well, and with a pastry brush, I'm going to give a good egg wash to make it more appealing to our eyes when they come out of the oven. Bake at 375 Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes. And we'll get a beautiful, super soft dinner rolls which smells amazing and tastes delicious. I'm going to smear some butter over the top of the bread to make it more soft and allow it to cool down for about 10 minutes. And now they are ready to eat. I hope this video helped you, and I hope you will try this recipe, and I'm sure you will love it. And thank you so much for your love and support, and thanks for watching this video. And please don't forget to share this with your friends who are looking for an easy dinner roll recipe, and please don't forget to subscribe this channel for more recipes.